Good morning to our freshest doctor in the house, can I say Dr. Saka Dumba, beg your pardon. Yes, welcome to the show. Welcome to our house. Welcome to our home. Good to have you here with us. So, Doc, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning.
How's the government and everything? The economy. How's the economy? The economy.
Yeah, everything is good. We're streaming on the weekend, so yeah.
When you watch our lifestyle now, unfortunately, we are. Let me just say we are threatened with our own lifestyle.
15,000.
5,000.
We are threatened by our own lifestyle now. Also, not by our fault, but per what life has become now. I don't see the health sector pushing for policies to prevent certain things, to make our certain lifestyle. For example, maybe if you are like you said, the importation of some of these hard substances, it should be banned. It shouldn't be, but rather we come back to preach on the use,
the consumption.
Yes,
it shouldn't be here in the first place. If shisha is bad, why is it available?
Why is it available?
That's
yes,
the question. If there's no positive use to shisha,
why do we have
policy?
There are also big
You can't bring cocaine
businessmen behind some of these things.
The policies.
Yes, and aside that, for the policies, I think that at times the education is not enough, because especially when it comes to the nutrition aspect, you realize that currently in our primary schools, policies have been put in place where we believe that if you teach children to eat healthy from a very young age, they will grow up and adapt those behaviors. And so there are days where they are encouraged to bring fruits and vegetables to school, where even sometimes they prepare, and all those we have these nutrition friendly policies that have been put in place. But it's rather unfortunate that it looks like we have not educated the public well enough for people to know. Like, if people are not really in the public health sector, they may not know. But that's at least one of the policies that I know that currently has been put in place to help with the primary school children. Some of the other policies are more of supplementing them with folic acid, but that's not really directly related to what we are talking about. So policies are being put in place, but we should do better.
There's a root cause for these things, and there's a blind eye turned to it.
So, for instance, in our field, we have, when you come to prevention of diseases generally, we have what we call the primordial prevention, and that is where what you are talking about comes in. And so the Ministry of Health, MOH, is making efforts to bring out a lot of policies. Even now in our hospitals, some places have these wellness centers where you can just walk in and check.
I don't know if you're a road sorry to catch you. I don't know if you're a contractor and are going to construct, let's say, a road, and in your road design there is an open gutter. I think you should seek permission from Ministry of Health before you're even allowed to. You should show the design to them before you're even allowed. Like, that's the kind of conversations
I'm sure
to
all
be had.
These policies are in place,
but
people
talking about
application.
There should be a connection between all these things.
Yes, there has to be. In your industry, is it that people are not aware of, let's say, take the market center, for example? Yes. First
of all, if somebody comes with such an illness, for instance, cholera, which is a highly communicable disease, you have to, first of all, once you isolate the person, and then you do what we call contact tracing. Anybody who has had
contact with that person.
Yes, any form of direct contact with the person, and you trace to even find where the food came from, who cooked it, and all that. So that is something that you have to create a whole team, because generally we would say that it's what we would call a modifiable what we call is highly contagious. And two, once you see it, it's not something that you just see and manage only that person. It's a notifiable disease that you have to notify the public health department to know. And then they then follow up. So these things are done, and at times we don't get to know them because it's done and then the problem is solved quickly, such that it does not really become public.
So the contact tracing is done all the time.
Yes, it's done. Once you find a notifiable disease,
there's a list of notifiable diseases.
There's a list of it's actually a crime for you to see them
and not
report report to anybody. Like now, currently we are talking about Mpox, previously monkeypox. If you see any suspected case of Mpox, it's a notifiable disease.
Meningitis.
So you would have to inform your disease control officer, your public health department. You are supposed to contact.
Mpox, let's go in. We have some few minutes left. So that in case somebody identifies and sees what are the symptoms, what are you seeing? Because I want to be certain that
Mpox, the rash that it is closest to is chicken pox. So you see that they come with these rashes which look like bumps on the skin.
Right.
If you see they look like bumps. They are nodules all over the skin.
Are they
it
itchy?
can be on the
Are they
face.
itchy?
That's not a predominant a feature of it. The main thing is the presentation, where they have these bumps, and as it's healing, it starts to crust. It starts to crash. So if you see such a person, the fluid within the rash is also contagious. So that's why you shouldn't come into
contact with them.
Into contact with them.
So to people, pompo, it looks like pompo. It looks like an allergic reaction. It looks like
it looks like pompo.
Once you suspect it, you have to report. Then you have to isolate the person until you get confirmation as to whether it is Mpox or not.
Are we challenged by our own traditional beliefs?
Ideally, you should copy the positives, but unfortunately, like you said, we copied both the good and the bad from the Western world. Then your focus was on our traditionally how you see people's personal beliefs or cultural beliefs affect their health-seeking behaviors. Let me put it that way. So let's even start from the basics. There are some women who would never go to the hospital unless their husband gives them permission to go. It's because it's their cultural belief. You have pregnant women, they are waiting for their husband to come or give them the go ahead. If not, yes. If
and
not,
it doesn't have to do with finances.
No.
It's not necessarily finance.
It's not finance, it's just permission.
Even sometimes if somebody needs surgery and they tell you that if my husband does not agree to the surgery, I'm not going to do it, because it's their belief that the husband is the decision maker in the family. He's the breadwinner, so he makes all the decisions. They cannot go behind his back to make those decisions. So those are things that affect our health-seeking behavior. Secondly, there are some people that due to maybe their tribe or their beliefs, they don't eat certain foods. I've heard some pregnant women say they don't eat egg. Meanwhile, when you are pregnant, we know that your nutritional requirements increase because now you have a baby. And we have a lot of people coming in with iron deficiency anemia, which is very, very common. In fact, one of the most common conditions in Ghana. And the person is telling you that I don't eat egg, I don't eat this. Yes. Then you have those who eat the is it ayelo? I'm not sure of the clay.
Ayelo,
There's no nutrients in that, but you think that you are eating something. So those are always things that are affecting our seeking behavior. Another thing is that we overcook our food. Like traditionally, everything we cook, like when the white people are cooking, they know that this will be on low heat for 5 minutes. That's why we boil that. So
Hanzo squad.
You are talking some of us.
Even the eggs bend.
Yes, even the control.
The egg is 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I think.
cook it.
We are talking about a week. You know, it's a week celebration, but we don't end it there. We'll just still take the conversation beyond that. Doc will be back again here on Three Music TV as well. Thank you so much, Lenny. Thank you so much as well. I thought I was going to say something right when I called you. Cyril, Avino, Chris. Thank you so much. Right. Dr. Dumba, thank you so much as well. We'll definitely be back here same time next week on another Tuesday Health conversation. But whilst you're on that, the rest of the day continues here on Three Music TV, and we out.